A lot of people have the desire to start their own goat farm, sheep farm, cattle farm. But how do you go about it? If you are one of those people, then today this video is for you. And I need you to also share it with other like-minded people like yourself, so we can all do this journey together and better this industry together. My name is Nadia, and this is Farming in Africa YouTube channel. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Yes, let's learn together. If you fall into that category of people who are interested in starting their own livestock farm, but don't know how to go about it, the factors to consider, then hopefully I'll do a great job at it for you today as we move to the board to consider some of the factors. So I have my marker here, I have my board here. I believe you also have your gadgets, your book and pen, something to take notes with, okay? And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put it under the comment section. We actually go through all of your inquiries and attempt to make videos to respond to all of them for you. So we love you that much. Anyway, our topic once again is how to start your goat farm, sheep farm, cattle farm. I will start with land. Yes, land. And by land, I'm not going to take you through the process of purchasing land. No, that's not my fault. I'm not going to. But assuming you have the land or you have the area you want to purchase the land in mind, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of soil are you going to deal with in that place? Is it clay soil? Is it sandy soil? Is it loamy soil? Because in talking about land, one thing you don't want to start your farm on is a waterlogged area. Is a big no. Waterlogged areas is a big no. And by waterlogged areas, I also mean clay soil, I guess. If the land is waterlogged, it's a big no. First of all, it will be difficult to even cultivate your feed, because what is a livestock farmer without his feed? You won't have your animals. And so you should always consider, this land I want to start my farm on, is it a land I can also grow some kind of grass on it? If it's waterlogged, I've already told you no. So that rules out clay soil, unfortunately for us. If you have loamy soil, perfect. Loamy soil has good drainage. It supports good cultivation of crops and of forage. And so if your land is like that, perfecto. When it rains, it wouldn't become muddy because, like I said, it has good drainage. And most importantly, you would be able to cultivate your feed on such soil. Here at our farm, Suhum in the eastern region, this soil is more of sandy soil. And Fred always mentions how much he loves it because just like the loamy soil, this even has a better drainage system. And so it rains a lot in this part of Ghana, but you would never find our farm very muddy, not at all. Why? Because of the nature of soil we are dealing with. The land is not waterlogged, and because of the sandy soil here, when it rains, it easily drains away. What's more, it's able to support the cultivation of our feed. And so some of you usually ask us, the cementitious grass you've heard us talk about, what kind of soil does it thrive in? It thrives in usually almost all kinds of soil. And even with the waterlogged areas, I would show you one way it thrives in. Even though you can't plant it with a seed in such areas, there is a way you can use the suckers to plant it and it will still work. But that's another discussion for another day. So sandy soil, loamy soil, considering the land, yes, you are good to go. The last bit I would mention on the land is, what are the customary requirements concerning the land? And if I'm smiling, it's because of our history with this particular issue. And if you've also been following us for a while, I believe you'd understand why I am smiling. So kindly find out the customary requirements. The customary requirements surrounding the land. I don't know where you are watching me from right now, but in Ghana, there are certain areas or communities where it's a taboo to rear certain type of livestock. In Brekum Senase, where our original Sementia farm was established, we found out that it's a taboo to rear goats there. Do the people eat goats? Yes, they do. But you can't rear goats in that community. So, whichever area you want to establish your farm, please find out, because traditional beliefs still hold, still rule. Find out if it's cattle. And I'm yet to hear of a community that doesn't support cattle rearing, but at least I know of a number of communities in Ghana that don't support goat rearing. Please find out before you invest so much, only to be given what? Less than a month to evacuate the place with all of your investments. So customary requirements, very important, the type of soil, and make sure that everything regarding the land is legalized, okay? Let's take a quick pause to subscribe to the Farming in Africa YouTube channel if you haven't done so. And I really believe you are following us on our Facebook platform as well, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and on Instagram. If you do that, it would help us to reach many more people with similar interests like yours. Please enjoy the rest of this very educative discussion. All the legal requirements as well. Even if you've leased it, it's a lease system you are working with, all of that, ensure that your paperwork is intact. Paperwork always has to be intact. Okay, that's it. Land. Should I go over? What kind of soil? Waterlogged? Big no. Sandy, loamy? Yes. Customary requirements? Find out. And then legal or paperwork, make sure everything is intact. The number 2 factor you would have to consider before you venture into this business is the breed. And when we talk of breed, usually I ask potential farmers, what purpose do you have for starting your farm? Yes, because if you're able to identify your purpose, it would help you to know what kind of breeds you want to start your farm with. If it's not a big thing here in West Africa, at least in Ghana, not so much of a big thing, but if your purpose is for dairy business, then obviously you are going to look at milk goats. Let me limit it to goats for this particular example. You should look at milk goats. And by milk goats, I'm looking at the Saanen, I'm looking at the Alpine, you know, look at that. If it's for meat, I might be biased a bit towards the exotic because that's what comes to mind first. But if it's for meat, this is milk. So if you want dairy purposes, cheese production and all of that, look for a breed that naturally produces a lot of milk. We have some Saanen here at our farm, and the mother is able to give us at least 3 liters of milk a day. And we are not into milk or dairy production here. We use that extra milk to support the other meat goat mothers who deliver multiple, so their babies would also get enough milk. Now, if it's for meat, we are looking at the Boa. Amazing meat quality for you. We have the Kalahari Red. You can go read on all of these as well. We have the Savannah. Locally, let's come home a bit. We have the West African Dwarf. We have the Sahelian. Hey, Sokoto Gudali comes to mind. I won't write it. I told you we are learning together, so let me know. But please, to move on from the breed, always identify your purpose. Also, not just about whether it's for milk or meat, but are you going to establish a breeding center, or yours is geared towards only consumption? So you are not rearing them for other farmers who want to start their farms, but you are rearing them so you go give them to the abattoirs. All of these should be clearly defined to help you know where to direct your investment into. I hope you are clear on that. Good. Now, the next factor I would consider is nutrition. And you see, if you ask me, nutrition is actually the most important among all of these, because if you have the best genetics or breeds to start your farm with, you have secured the best land for them. You are going to erect amazing infrastructure and all of that for them, but you starve them. what becomes of them? You lose them. And all of these things now become useless. So nutrition is so important, and I can't talk enough about this. That's why here at Farming in Africa, you would always hear us advocate for grow your feed first, cultivate your feed first. Cultivate, feed first. Even before you introduce your animals to the land, yes. In South Africa, I heard a farmer say, livestock farmers are also called grass farmers, because what are they, or what is their business without grass or feed for their animals? Feed is very, very important, and I always share what we do with you that works for us. It's up to you to take it or not. When we talk about feed, here we cultivate our own sementia grass. And you know, the sementia grass, in case you didn't know, we have two varieties. The SF01, which is usually, I say, the normal tall grass that you see a lot in our videos. And we have the SF02. This SF02, it grows just like a carpet crop. It's like a lawn. If you've ever visited our farm and you've been to the gestation pen, you will see it in front there. It's just like a lawn. Softer, still nutritious, and it's a brilliant way to introduce the kids and the babies to the natural forage. Also, it helps to control weed. Yes, let me add that. So that is it. We have the sementia grass. We also have the alfalfa at our farm. And I love this alfalfa because the protein content is so high. It can go as high as between 20 and 22%. SF01 is also high, almost 18%. SF02 can go as high as 12%. But I see this alfalfa, Fred will always say that it's like if you're going to feed your animals alfalfa all the time, it's like you eating eggs all the time. You might have digestion problems and all of that. So a little at a time. And at our farm, we usually focus it on the pregnant and lactating mothers because it greatly enhances milk production. So please, alfalfa. It's a very good source of protein for your animals. Still under nutrition, we encourage variety of feed. And so there are other vegetation around. Ghana is blessed with such green, lush vegetation. Introduce your animals to it. But open grazing comes with a lot of risks. And that's why we advocate that you are able to demarcate a piece of your land to cultivate your own feed. We also have the livestock pellet feed we give to our animals. We have the hay, which is our sementia grass we've just cut, dried, and baled. No chemicals, no additives. Nutrition is very important, guys. Don't cringe on that, please don't. Let me go to the next factor I would consider, which is infrastructure. Infrastructure. We have varying weather elements we deal with all year round. Do you have some kind of shed to protect them from harsh weather elements? What structure are you putting in place to house your livestock as they are coming? For security purposes, for safety reasons, you know? For security, for safety reasons. All of that really matter. I'm not saying go break the bank on that. Fred always mentions how you can start humbly. But as always, if you are going to just start with 2 pens, always make sure you separate the males from the females. So we have the male pen, we have the female pen, and then you go along with that. But your infrastructure for security and for their safety is very important. I won't delve deeply into that because there is a whole package we offer for farm setup, how to design your farm, where to put what and all of that, okay? Now, the last factor I will talk about, then I wrap up, is what I call expertise. In fact, that is the farm management. Farm management. Here, I always remember a story or an analogy Fred gives all the time about if you want to enter into livestock business, no training, nothing. It's like, think of bundles of cash, let's say, what, $1 million? I know it's wild, but yeah, let's use that. And you pick that physical cash and give it to a nephew of yours who just graduated from school to handle to invest in a business. That person without any financial knowledge, without any experience on how to even set up or run businesses and all of the needed skill sets would lose that money in a matter of weeks, not even months. It's the same with expertise. If you have all of these in place, but the people you bring to the farm lack the needed expertise, the needed farm management skills that span across the health of the animals, that span across the daily routine, the checks, the medications, the vaccinations, I'm afraid it's just like you handling all of this investment to that nephew of yours who just graduated from senior high school. And so I really, really hope that if you are struggling with any of these, from our experience, we have now set up services all over, set up packages. We have customized packages for you for any of these areas you would need help with, because you can't afford to lose your investments. We don't want you to fail. So from land to breed, to nutrition, to infrastructure, to the expertise you need. Oh, before I sign off, we welcome all manner of nationalities here. As I speak with you right now, we have a Sierra Leonean who is going to be with us for at least a month to learn or gain practical farm management skills to carry back. And they have not even started their farm. They have the land, I heard. But he needs this before they go full into the operation. So please, if you are like that and you are interested in coming here to stay here and gain the practical knowledge, always find a way to contact us. It's easy. Check our bio and then you're always welcome. We have Togolese running through. We've had Liberians. We've had people from Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, the videos are there for you to watch. My name is Nadia, and I hope you have gained a lot from today's lecture. See you in another video. Bye-bye.